Hey, what's up guys, Jaeky here. Today we're going to be checking out the Zowie GTR and HTR mouse pads. Shout out to Zowie for sending this out for review, but as always, that does not affect my opinion of it. So the GTR and HTR from Zowie are a new mouse pad, with the GTR retailing for $35 USD and the HTR retailing for $50 USD. These are the same mouse pad, the only difference here is the size. So the naming scheme is a little bit interesting here. It would have just made more sense to call it either large or extra large, but the only difference here is really the size. These are identical mouse pads in every other way. The GTR comes in at 470 by 390 millimeters, whereas the HTR comes in at a square 500 by 500 millimeters. And as you can see here, this is the size difference when compared to one another, lined on top of each other. And just for comparison, here is my Artisan Zero Extra Large. The GTR is slightly smaller than an extra large Artisan, but they're around the same size, and you can see that the HTR is just a lot bigger than both of these pads. In my opinion, the GTR is a solid size for most people. You will only really need the HTR if you play on an extremely low sensitivity or you just prefer those big square mouse pads. This is a newer surface from Zowie, which introduces enhanced humidity resistance and durability, and the build quality here is very nice as well, and you do have stitched edges here under the surface, so you won't be feeling it if you do swipe over the edge. So that's really nice to reduce irritability on your forearms. I had no issues with it sliding around on my table once I had it fully on there. And that's another thing I want to point out is that both of these mouse pads actually come flat packaged inside of a flat box. With older Zowie mouse pads, they came rolled up, and it would take a while for the mouse pad to actually flatten on the surface. But I really like how they're packaging these new mouse pads inside of a flat box. So once you take it out, it will just be completely flat on your table, and you don't have to worry about putting anything on the corners overnight to flatten the pad out. The TR lineup features a very soft base, so that's the first thing I actually noticed when I took it out of the box, is that it's extremely flexible and soft, especially when compared to my Artisan Zero. It's a lot more flexible than my Artisan Zero, and when I press down on the Zowie TR, it feels a lot more plush than my Artisan Zero soft. So I've never actually tried any Artisan extra soft bases, but I would imagine that this TR series comes pretty close to the Artisan extra soft in terms of the pliability and the plushness of the pad. So if you're somebody who likes to press down on your mouse pad extra when you're doing spray controls to get that extra control, then this would be a perfect mouse pad for you because it's just so soft. But if you're somebody who likes a stiffer mouse pad experience and you don't like that feeling of sinking into your pad when you press down, then this mouse pad is probably not going to be for you. When it comes to glide speed, the Zowie TR is very similar, if not identical, to the Zowie GSR. The only difference between the TR and the SR is going to be the plushness of that base. The SR is a little bit more of a harder experience, whereas the TR has that extremely soft and plushy base. So this is definitely considered a control pad on the side of muddiness almost. When compared to my Artisan Zero, it is a lot slower than my Zero. My Zero is definitely a noticeably faster experience in terms of the glide speed. If you've ever used a Zowie GSR, you're pretty much going to get a very similar experience here with the TR mousepad. The surface of the pad is smoother than my Artisan Zero. My Artisan Zero feels a little bit more textured and coarse on my forearm, whereas when I'm sliding my forearm across the TR, it feels a lot more smooth and soft to the touch. Zowie claims that the TR lineup has enhanced humidity resistance, so if you're living somewhere super warm with really humid weather, then this is going to be a great pad for you because it's not going to change consistency as easily if you're living somewhere more humid and the humidity in the air tends to fluctuate. You're not going to get that inconsistent experience that happens to a lot of other pads. One complaint that I did have with my old Zowie GSR2 is that it slid around on my desk. Even if it was completely flat, I found that it would slide around quite easily. With the new TR series, apparently there is this new anti-slip base, so that will help it stay on the table a lot better. And in my experience using it, it has not slid around at all, so that's really good to see that they improved on that. So yeah guys, overall the TR series of mouse pads is a very solid new lineup from Zowie. If you're a fan of the Zowie GSR Speed, that mud pad sort of controlled glide, but you want a softer base, something you would maybe get from an Artisan Extra Soft, then the Zowie TR series is definitely something that's worth looking into. If you're somebody who really benefits from pushing into your pad with your fingers or your mouse, especially if you're doing spray controls and you find that that extra control really helps you with controlling your aim, then the Zowie TR series is definitely a very good pad to look into. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That was my look at the Zowie TR mouse pads. If you guys are interested in checking it out, I will leave a link in the description below. But that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.